Good morning, everybody. Good morning, hip hop world. And welcome to the Funkable Operator Podcast, episode 50. This is Jay Funkadelic speaking. How y'all doing today? Are y'all right? Y'all feeling good? Y'all feeling the vibes? Y'all feeling the flavor? I'm talking about Cardi B's new album, I Am the Drama. Talking about her album is really good. You should really listen to it because it's so phenomenal to understand why y'all listen to me, myself, and I to stay fly, to stay focused, because I wish rappers like Hocus Pocus. Just like the witch. You know what I'm saying? I'm Funkadelic trying to do his thing, trying to make things happen, trying to make things a propaganda for a proper way of spitting bars for days. You know, I'm the Funkable Operator spitting on episode 50 from this podcast. Jay Funkadelic is the man on the market. You know what I'm talking about. The hip hop elements of what y'all write down on a piece of paper is what y'all do. The only thing I really talk about is what I'm saying to a lot of heads out there. You know what I'm talking about? Sorry I had a stutter, but this is what I really recommended for my own self from being who I am today. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are going to be, being sarcastic and doing what they want to do, saying that I'm not really being legit about how people really want to feel me or smell me or do whatever they feel like doing and, getting it on or what they say or how to like represent themselves. The real thing of me is being a Funkable Operator. Trying to get this mic rocking to keep it popping. No shot of a doubt. I've got people want to jump on my live and say what they say for the facts of my own life, thinking that people are just, trying to get things popping for one time for your mind, getting it ready to rock steady. You know what I'm talking about. You know how things could really have to be saying what they say. Hey, yo, MCV, join my podcast if you want to, sister, because I'm really want to be focused how things can be really thinking that the mic is off and the talent in these times. I work for who I recommended to be the Funkable Operator, dropping another album in the fall called Funkless Forever, dropping it next month. Get ready for that. Stay tuned for what I'm going to recommend for rapping on the microphone and get things on for what I say and what I hear, for what people be thinking about my music, thinking it's kind of garbage or you're really feeling it or really smelling it. My rhymes are just impeccable, just like spitting like Jadakiss or Keras One, etc. From way I'm doing everything on the mic that really represents hip hop to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a lot of swag and you got to surf with the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? The only time that I love to spit a verse is when I'm in the studio, right with a pen and the pad, and just say the lyrics that's really not really on my chest and take it off there. You know what I'm saying? The Funkable Operator does what he does, and making music and trying to be a rap superstar and thinking about how you want to be spitting bars on the mic and do it live from a studio audience or making sure is the way that I market my music, sell my talent out there, but not really sell my talent, but getting things the way I should really represent this culture for the time being who I am right now. The Funkable Operator Podcast, episode 50, is brought to you by the Funkable Operator himself, Jay Funkadelic. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people out there that don't respect the rap culture. A lot of people don't respect the game. But, you know what I'm saying? But that's their opinion and that's their problem. The way I see it, the things that I really do what I need to do. People like to be haters. You know what I'm saying? No matter who want to be a hater, there are people who like it, and that's what I've learned. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who are just sarcastic in hip hop, don't want to be a rapper, don't want to be singing, want to be themselves, and they worry about other things if they have a job or they want to like be sarcastic or recommended, how they want to be serving time in jail or, killing people or shooting up a campus or, like listen to gangster rap if they made you do it. You think about that record, Cop Killer Too Much by Body Count, narrated by Ice-T, the rapper, from the West Coast, talking about the gangs and the Bloods and Crips. The storyline that I'm really recommending is how you feel about the culture, way I recommend in my own self of thinking about you want to be a rapper, thinking about you want to be a dope MC, think you want to show lyrics, or even Ice Spice was thinking that she is a mumble rapper, thinking that I like Ice Spice, but, I think she's like fading away from her music situation. What do you know about Ice Spice being a rapper? And then, a lot of people ain't feeling her. A lot of people ain't sweating her techniques, even though she shakes her butt all the time at events and she wants to expose herself and thinking she is the shiznit and thinking she wants to be a bad lady and thinking about hip hop and crime. And they try over the years to pin crime and NWA and the ICP, Insane Clown Posse. I understand that. I recommended the Insane Clown Posse. There were wrestlers from ECW or WCW or the wrestlers that I've been watching on TBS or TNT, Monday Nitro when they had it back in the day. The people are just going to be, like broadcasting television and thinking for the propaganda that wrestling is fake. You know what I'm saying? It could be real at some moments when you get hurt or injured or nothing like that. But I like wrestling. I like hip hop music. You know what I'm saying? I like the golden era of wrestling. I never liked the new stuff of wrestling because I know it's like pure garbage. The way I even recommended to see something like that come back in my own times of doing what I need to do in life and trying to get things like really going for my own self and really like showing, improve about hip hop music and thinking you the man and really know how to like, express yourself about your feelings on hip hop records and just like putting yourself on and just trying to like sign contracts and, want to be doing the industry good to you and be really successful and thinking you the man and thinking you want to be battling rappers and thinking you are really crazy about want to go out there and perform at the arenas. Cardi B is one of those rappers, that raps about Barbie with Nicki Minaj, thinking, Ice Spice hasn't found her Richie yet. Let her put her in 9 years like Cardi B or 15 like Nicki. But, I'm reading your comments. I'm reading the comments about what you're saying. I like Scarlett. I'm feeling Scarlett. You know what I'm saying? Back the F up, move the F back, be move. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to curse on this podcast because my parents are watching me. I'm trying to keep my podcast authentic and clean for the people that understand that I love the rap game from the SHIT, from doing what I love to do in life. And, shout out to my homegirl, Rod Digger. Shout out to Miss Melody, rest in peace. Shout out to the old school and female rappers like Lisa Lee and Shah Rock and Lady B. you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? You got to pay the way for, you got to respect rappers like MC Lyte. You got to respect rappers like Roxanne Shante. You got to respect rappers like Sparky D, the real Roxanne. You got to respect rappers like that, MC Trouble, the ones that came way before your time. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect hip hop like Salt and Pepper. I love listening to a lot of female hip hop, even if it sounds dope like JJ Fad or We Papa Girls or MC Peaches from Kings of Swing, Nod Your Head to This. But how many of y'all remember Kings of Swing? How many remember the record Nod Your Head to This? You know what I'm saying? Do you remember the times that back in the early 90s they had LA Star and they had Yo-Yo and they had Queen Latifah and they had all those female rappers like Nikki D from Jersey. They had Rod Digger. They had a lot of Nefertiti. The only rap songs I'm feeling from the female era when I sampled good stuff, the way I felt like listening to all this crazy stuff that I'm really feeling these days or not really feeling anything. Well, I'm Jay Funkadelic, the Funkable Operator Podcast, episode 50. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.